We have a few different line combos to take a look at from the New York Rangers training camp so far. We've got two different like NHL lineups here, and then we have a couple lines of Group B and C, the AHL and top prospect and stuff like that. So starting off here though with the day one NHL lineup here, we have on the first forward line Kreider, Zibanejad, and on the right wing Alexis Lafreniere. I really like this line. This is kind of my line that I would like to see is Kreider, Zibanejad, and Lafreniere. I think you get a lot of goal scoring on this line, obviously, but Kreider, Zibanejad, and Lafreniere I think just work pretty well together. We saw last year at times where they looked like a very dominant line, so I think that could work out quite well. And Lafreniere getting more experience, getting better. Hopefully, he can take that step forward. And I think this top line could do some real damage. We could see Lafreniere break like 60 points at least if he plays a full season with these guys. So that could be good for his development as well. Second line here we have is Panarin, Hedl, and Wheeler. I like this line a lot as well. I mean, maybe you'd want to see Lafreniere and Wheeler swap, so you have that really dynamic elite playmaker of Wheeler alongside Zibanejad and Kreider. But either way, it still works. Hedl, Panarin, and Wheeler, like I said, on that second line. So still a good line defensively. Yeah, not the best, but we'll see what happens there. He's going to be changing it around a lot. We're not going to see these lines set in stone for a while. I'm sure he has consistently said he wants to take a look at a lot of different possibilities. So that's good to see. The third line of Gaudreau, Trocheck, and Kakko, pretty solid defensively there. Obviously a pretty solid line there. There's a decent amount of scoring as well, but personally I would rather see VC on that line over Gaudreau and put Gaudreau back to the fourth line. The fourth line though, VC, Bonino, and Pitlick. Personally, like I said, I would rather swap Gaudreau to that fourth line there and have that more of a shutdown kind of defensive line and have a bit more offense on that third line there. So you have like VC, Trocheck, and Kakko. But either way, still works out decent there with VC, Bonino, and Pitlick on that fourth line. VC's got the energy, that buzz, and is decently solid defensively as well. On the defensive side of things, though, we have is a pretty big switch up here. Miller and Foxy paired up together, and Lindgren and Trouba. So obviously, you're switching around the lefties there. Miller sliding up to that top pairing and Lindgren sliding back. I think that could work out pretty good. You have that top line, a bit more offensive, a bit more firepower up front, while Miller's still like really good defender, and so is obviously Foxy. But you have a bit more offense up there with Foxy on that top line. Could work out quite well. And then you have a third pairing of Lindgren and Trouba, a big, tough, scrappy, defensive kind of second pairing there. I honestly really like that. Not a whole lot of offense out of these guys, but I think it's a really good, tough, shutdown, defensive kind of line. Really physical, going to lay a lot of big hits, obviously. So I do like that lineup quite a bit there. And then that third pairing of Gustafsson and Schneider. I think Eric Gustafsson, he's a really good offensive, puck-moving kind of guy. Pairing him up alongside a more defensive Schneider who's kind of trying to break out in that offensive side of things as well, I think could work quite well. And you also have in that fourth pair Harper and Jones, who are obviously the other guys fighting for that 6D-man spot alongside Gustafsson to be paired with Schneider. So we'll see what happens there. Right now, I would guess Gustafsson is probably going to make the team as that 6D-man to be alongside Schneider, but it definitely could be Jones or Harper potentially, but we'll have to wait and see. Taking a look, though, at the Day 2 NHL lineup here, we have Panarin, Zibanejad, and Wheeler on that top line. So I do like that line a lot. I mean, maybe I'd probably rather see Kreider and Panarin switch there. So you have Kreider, Zibanejad, and Wheeler on that top line. But either way, that works out pretty well. A lot of offense there. Second line, you have Kreider, Trocheck, and Kakko. Not bad at all. Like I said, I'd probably rather switch Panarin and Kreider. So you have that elite playmaker Wheeler passing it over to the guys like Zibanejad and Kreider. But either way, it works out quite well. And you have Kakko in the top six there. Over Lafreniere on the third line with VC, Hedl, and Lafreniere. So that could work out, decent as well. But I would personally rather see Lafreniere in the top six over Kakko. A fourth line of Gaudreau, Bonino, and Pitlick. Not bad. Personally, that's kind of my fourth line right now I want to see is this Bonino, Gaudreau, and Pitlick. Really good defensively. Pretty decently physical line as well. I mean, I think overall this could be a very good defensive kind of shutdown fourth line. And you have on the defensive side of things here, Lindgren and Fox, Miller and Trouba, just the basic lines we've had for the past couple of years. Alongside Jones, though, with Schneider on that third pair. So we're going to see a lot of different looks there between Gustafsson, Jones, and Harper being paired with Schneider. So we'll see what happens there. But personally, right now, like I said, I'd probably guess it's going to be Gustafsson. And then taking a look at Groups B and C, their top lines, which is mixed up of top AHL guys and top prospects. We have here Brennan Off on the left wing, Riley Nash down the middle, Brodzinski on the right wing. I think that is a very good top line. It definitely could be the top line in the AHL, although I kind of want to see Othman alongside Cooley in that top line in the AHL, but this could very well be the top line in the AHL this year. And the D pair is Connor Mackey and Mac Hollowell. Hollowell was going to be picked up from the Marlies. He's a very good, still like 24, AHL kind of offensive D-man. So that's nice to see. He'll be one of the top right-handed defenseman call-ups as well. And on Group C, we have Adam Sikora, Adam Edstrom, and Alex Belzil. So two prospects alongside Belzil, a kind of, veteran kind of guy. That's pretty good there. Alongside it for the D pair, Matthew Robertson, one of the top defenseman prospects, and Brandon Scanlon as well. So overall, I like these lines on the Group B and C here. Don't mind them at all. Some top prospects, which is good to see. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for daily New York Rangers content. Comment down below your guys' thoughts on these lines. And thank you all so much for 600 subscribers. It truly means a lot. I love making New York Rangers content for all of you. And thank you to Juan Cisco for being the first ever channel member. Hope I said your name right, but thank you for being the first ever channel member. That is absolutely awesome. Thanks for watching, guys, and see ya.